We have another great Jim Jordan video where he criticizes the ridiculous, as he says, quote, stupid, unquote, policy of sanctuary cities and how that's leading to unbelievable violence that's hurting American citizens.
We don't want to coerce anyone. We just want to stop the stupid policy of sanctuary jurisdiction that led to the tragedies that these families are going to testify and talk about today. The gentlelady from Washington, the ranking member, said this is the fourth hearing on sanctuary jurisdiction. I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll have whatever amount of hearings.
Exactly. Let's have 1 million. I mean, this is so messed up. That poor lady whose daughter was killed, you know, she had to hear the Democrats complain about us having about Republicans having another session on this. And it's just like, do they have any empathy? I mean, it seems like Democrats claim they have empathy the most, but in terms of actually implementing it, that's a different story.
It takes to stop a policy that is so ridiculous. Because understand, never forget what sanctuary jurisdiction is in the simplest of terms. Politicians tell local law enforcement, like Sheriff Redmond, don't work with federal law enforcement in enforcing federal law. That is dumb. And it's not only dumb, it results in bad things happening to families. That's why we're having the fourth hearing. And like I said, we'll do whatever. And my guess is the chairman is willing to do whatever amount of hearings it takes to get our legislation across the finish line. Our Sanctuary Jurisdiction Shutdown Act of 2026. And understand this as well. It is a systematic, I've said this every single hearing all 4 times. It is a systematic plan of the left's. Step 1, they let in 10 million illegal migrants during the Biden administration. Oh, no border, just let in 10 million people. Step 2, create sanctuary jurisdictions all over this country. 18 cities, 11 states, 3 large counties, like Fairfax County, where the prosecutor there gives special deals to migrants who commit crimes, unequal treatment to Americans, frankly. Let in 10 million, create sanctuary jurisdictions, 18 cities, 11 states, 3 counties, and the District of Columbia. And then step 3, don't pay the guys who do the enforcement. Don't pay ICE. They did that for 110 days. They wouldn't fund the guys who do the enforcement. That is their systematic plan. And that you add the 4th step in, these crazy prosecutors, soft on crime prosecutors, who when an illegal migrant commits.
What does that really mean, too? Like soft on crime. That means they're letting people out who are actually killing American citizens. That's what happened to Sheridan recently. We have that in one of our other videos where her mom is coming in talking about that horrible tragedy. It's really sad.
It's a crime. They won't work with federal law enforcement. Let the guy back out, and he does bad things. Just ask Mrs. Gorman. She's going to talk about that. That is what, again, I just cannot fathom why a party would embrace that mindset, that approach. So God bless Chairman McClintock. He's the sponsor of that bill. It's a good piece of legislation. We need it to pass the House, get to the Senate, get to the President, and sign it so we can stop this nonsense that has led to such tragic things.
It's very sad. Here's another one about Tren de Aragua. I probably said that wrong. Gang members get prison. American families get safe streets and communities. More great work from President Trump and AG Blanche.
We are here today because 8 allegedly illegal alien members of Tren de Aragua foreign terrorist organization are being charged with vicious kidnappings and murders in separate cases out of Texas and Illinois. These violent murders should never have occurred in the first place because these men should have never been allowed in our country. Instead, 8 TDA members from Venezuela came here illegally, all 8, every one of them, during the Biden administration, and went on to allegedly commit the heinous crimes described in the charges discussed today. First, let me tell you what happened to a family outside Dallas, Texas. In 2024, 4 men murdered a father, and then they kidnapped his 13-year-old daughter and 12-year-old nephew. Today, right outside Dallas, we unsealed an indictment charging 5 alleged members of TDA with various crimes arising out of that incident I just described. 3 of the 4 are already in custody in the United States for other crimes they had committed, and 1 is being held in Colombia. Also this morning in Chicago, federal and local law enforcement charged 3 alleged TDA members on a criminal complaint charging the brutal murder of another victim in the Chicago area. Our United States attorneys from the Northern District of Illinois and the Northern District of Texas will give you more detail about the 2 incidents that I just described. All 8 of these individuals, the 5 charged in Texas and the 3 in Chicago.
And the Democrats would have given them probably, free housing, food stamps, and a few $1,000 a month to continue committing terrible crimes. But fortunately, Republicans are going after these individuals doing nefarious things because it's just wildly inappropriate. And it's just, you can't wrap your mind around why anybody would defend these people. Yet the Democrat Party has done exactly that because of some pseudo empathy, some fake empathy, and or something, that's just doesn't work.
Crossed our southern border illegally. Every one of them entered under the Biden administration between December 2021 and April 2024. None of these men should have been in this country. The father in Texas should be alive today. His daughter and nephew should have never been kidnapped. The young victim in Chicago should be alive.
Exactly. Yet still Democrats are out here funding horrible behavior, open borders, defunding ICE, sanctuary jurisdictions, special plea deals for criminal aliens, as Jim Jordan says here. These crazy policies from the left are getting Americans like Sheridan Gorman and Katie Abraham killed. It's shameful. Every single death at the hand of an illegal is 100% preventable because the person should never have been in this country to begin with. Democrat failed policies of the Biden administration let millions of people come in here unvetted and unchecked. And again, there was some argument that countries were emptying their prisons and sending them south. Similar things have been argued, from even leaders in the Middle East about what's happening in Europe, is that they just let out all their troublesome individuals and sent them north to Europe. And, you have all these people that are notorious criminals that are in Europe or in American society. It seems like it's weird that it happened all at the same time, all along the West, almost like there was a Soros behind it or something. But, maybe that's a conspiracy. Let's see what's in the video.
The mother of Sheridan Gordon was on Capitol Hill yesterday. It was an emotional moment. This is what she had to say during her testimony.
This story, it's not about him. This story is about my Sheridan. It's about how failed border policies, sanctuary city laws, and twisted leaders refused to cooperate with ICE. They sent her to her grave. We choose you. We choose you. Choose us. Why does my child matter less than an illegal immigrant? Why? I don't understand why it's only the Republican side that cares about our American children.
But they behaved like clowns yesterday.
Right. It's shameful because every single death that is at the hand of an illegal is 100% preventable because a person should never been in this country to begin with because of the failed policy of the Biden administration that let millions of individuals come in unvetted, unchecked. We're chasing down trafficked little girls of the tune of 450,000 children that were lost during the Biden administration. We have deaths that are happening at an unprecedented pace by the hands of illegals. 50% of every death that has happened in Fairfax County, Virginia, is out of the hands of an illegal. 50%. Wow. 41 individuals have been killed in Tennessee in the last 12 months. And from illegals that should have never been in this country. The statistics are off the chart. And every single day, DHS, through ICE and all the other components we have, are fighting to get these criminals off our streets. The worst, 70%. This is a statistic that people need to understand. 70% of every single person that ICE arrests on a daily basis either have already been convicted of a felon or they are being charged with a felony. 70%.
That's important.
It's very important.
Wow, I mean that's nuts. Those are huge percentages. That's terrible for these people. I think it's just disgusting that these individuals are getting away with this stuff. Like we should vet the people that come into the country because there's much better groups down here like Elon Musk. It says I think I'm a centrist, but from the perspective of someone on the far left, we look right wing. But let's remember, Elon Musk has brought all kinds of innovative technology to the country. I think it's not a stretch to think in the next 10 years we're going to have Tesla bots. Right when they come out next year, they're going to be crazy expensive, but economies of scale are probably going to help us lower the price of those, and there's going to be competing companies as well. And those bots can already do your laundry and follow a recipe. So I'm excited for the futures. People are so negative all the time, but man, I think things are looking up. It's going to get really interesting. But here's Elon Musk on Joe Rogan's podcast.
That's why I think you're a centrist. I mean I think I'm centrist. But from the perspective of someone on the far left, we look right wing.
Yeah.
They think anyone who's a Republican is basically like some fascist Nazi situation.
But what's so crazy is it's very easy to demonstrate just from like Hillary's speeches from 2008 and Obama's speeches,
yes.
like when they were talking about immigration, like they were as far right
yes.
as Steve Bannon when it comes to immigration.
Yes.
Hillary was like very MAGA. I'm sure you've seen that campaign speech, which she was talking about if anybody's committed a crime, get rid of them.
Well, let's remember in the 80s and 90s, Democrats were very anti-immigration. I mean, they were the party for the unions, allegedly. They didn't do a very good job since unions continued their massive decline. But, that's what they argue. And they thought that illegals would come in and steal the gerbs. So they didn't want any of that to happen. So, they didn't really pass any policies, I don't think, that were useful. But publicly, they were always claiming that they were on the side of unions and against illegal immigration.
And if you're here, you pay a hefty fine and you have to wait in line. It was really crazy. It's crazy to listen to because it's like it's as MAGA as, as Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen these videos people post online where they'll take like a speech from Obama or Hillary and they'll interview people on like college campus or something and say, what do you think of the speech by Trump? And they're like, oh, I hate it. He's a racist bigot. I'm like, just kidding. That was Obama. No, actually, that was Obama or Hillary. To your point, like literally the
center's been moved so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. The left is so...
The left has gone so far left that they need, they can't even see the center with a telescope.
No, because they followed repressive tolerance. I really recommend not really reading that book, but at least looking up the concept, spending a minute doing that. I spent a lot of time reading leftist garbage. People tell me not to waste my time doing it. I might read that book eventually myself, but it is where they get their inequity and intolerance from that they push on college campuses. They call it equity and tolerance, but they're really embracing repressive tolerance. And Marcuse's idea was that only extreme left-wing opinions would be allowed to be spoken in institutions and in the public sphere, and everything, obviously on the right, but even moderate left would get shut down. And that's actually happening on college campuses. Hard to feel sorry for some of them, but a lot of the moderate left-wing people get shut down on campuses now too, because the general opinions are so extremist left-wing. Now, I hate to present this video, but I do want to show another great, one of our best immigrants from Austria, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's another one that we vetted and brought in, and to our benefit has brought a lot of fantastic things to this country. But yeah, sorry about using the view, but let's see what he says.
The important thing is when you become an immigrant to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
I love that. I love that. Everyone's got to love that. But that's different messaging than what the Democrats are saying these days, right? The Democrats are pushing the idea that we're just supposed to ignore another completely different group of people that are coming in as criminals, committing crimes, making life more dangerous for everyday citizens. America needs to take back the outside, need to take back the streets so children can walk on the streets in the inner city and we don't have to worry so much about this criminal behavior. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video this far. You're awesome. Like, share, comments are a huge help to the channel. Really helps us with the mighty algorithm. Anyways, hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.